dun, dun. Hey, everybody. Hey, you. I'm talking to you. How are you? My computer froze, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm late. I'm late and lofty. Welcome to the stream. I was trying to find the topic for tonight, which is Star Wars. Well, guys, tonight I'm going on a Zach stream after this to do 2024, like what we'll talk about the next year and like what we're looking forward to. But that's a little bit later tonight. Right now, dude, we're talking about some Star Wars. Star Wars today. I think we already knew this. But apparently Star Wars director came out and started talking about feminism. So that's what we have to talk about. Everybody's talking about it. Camelot's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it, you know. And that Star Wars girl, everybody. How's your day going, guys? What's up, CLS, Snafu, Anon, Kraken? What's up, everybody? I gotta share my tweeter, so people can join. You know what's kind of cringe about this? Besides the fact that, okay, there's many things that are annoying about this. Many. The worst of it, in my opinion, is the quote, "It's about time." Now, I'll play the video of her saying this. That's what I was trying to find. So you can see how she says it. I don't like, guys, whenever you see like a thing like this where Star Wars director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy says it's about time a woman shaped a Star Wars film, you never know exactly what they said. So go to the source, right? Go to the original source. And sadly, in this case, the original source is exactly that, what she said. Come hang out. We're being nerds. I'm tweeting. We're being nerds. Trying to get people to join. But yeah, we're going to watch that. It's actually a video on the if you look up her name on the funny thing is, if you look up her name on Twitter, what's her name? Sharmeen? Here it is. Just a bunch of people shitting on her. It's just so many people shitting all over her. People just shitting on her. Now, this is what I wanted to see, which is this one. This is the one. This is the direct one. Let me unmute it. Okay. So this is the one where she says the line that everybody's talking about. But there's other stuff too. But watch this one. Yikes. There we go.
You know, I'm very thrilled about the project because I think what we are about to create is something very special. And we're in 2024 now. And I think it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story in a galaxy far, far away. You know,
Actually, that's the last. So for some reason, she's on CNN. Like, I don't get it. But, like, yeah, like why? Why is she on CNN talking about this? Anyway, but that's what she said. So then we have this IGN story about it. And then everybody kind of gave their take. Then everybody's shitting all over her, you know. Mine got the most interactions. I ratioed IGN, 3,000 likes. I said, handing over the keys of $1 billion franchise to a feminist activist with 2 Miss Marvel episodes on her resume is the most Disney thing they could possibly do. And you know what's funny? That like some people might think that that's like one of the things she's done. No. That's all she's done that's relevant to this movie. At that 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, we will go right now to her Wikipedia and I will show you. Okay. Now, she has a big career as an activist. I'm not talking about any of this. But here we go. We have 3D. This is her fiction. This is her filmography, guys. Right here. Whoops. We have a bunch of 3D animated Pakistani movies that look like something that would play like right before Jimmy Neutron came on in like 2003. And then you got some animated short film that she wrote. And then there's Miss Marvel, which is 2 episodes. That's her, guys. Now, hold on a second. That's her entire fiction filmography that is available that we can base whether or not she's a good fit for the Star Wars franchise. Hey, Sketch and Slappy McSlapster and Maverick Buckley and I'm gonna read chat in a second, but we got to go back here because she's done a lot of documentaries. Everybody's in the comments like, "Oh, what Lofty?" Oh, I got to find it. Somebody said, I mean, she has 2 Emmys and an Oscar. And then I said, she won an Oscar for Best Short Documentary. Because, and then someone said, well, you could try and win it yourself then. Why don't you try to do it? It's so easy. Why do people do straw men of stuff that the person never said? Why do people do that all the time on this stupid website? It's like, oh, my dogs are barking, hopefully. But it's like, I never said that it's easy to do a short documentary. What is wrong with people? Anyway, so people are coping, right? They're just like, hey, she won an Oscar for a this is the documentary, by the way. Saving Face. So, oh, good for her. She won an Oscar for a documentary. That's fantastic. Do you know who else won Oscars for documentaries? Werner Herzog. Do you think I want him directing a Star Wars movie? I don't necessarily think, maybe that's a bad example, but I don't think Werner Herzog would be a good person for a Star Wars movie. But, you know what I mean? Documentaries, number one, are not the same thing as anything to do with Star Wars. I wanted to bring this up though because we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Actually, let me read chat. Hey, oh boy, Ahsoka. Yeah, you guys are talking about Ahsoka. That's a dumb show. What's up, Summers? As if Oscars aren't woke trash these days. Yeah, like Oscar. Okay, you can win an Oscar. And you could be an amazing director. You can also win an Oscar for other reasons. Like you can win people have won Oscars for political reasons. People have won Oscars for relating to their, skin color or their gender or something. I don't know. Like I want to point to, I believe it was like a year ago. It was like the first ever female that won for best score or something, and then a couple times you sometimes you can tell when it's like a little inflated but maybe she deserved it. I can't quite remember what that was, but for the most part a lot of these people are talented. I'm not saying she's not a talented filmmaker. I'm saying my number one issue with this, guys, I don't give a crap, guys, I don't care necessarily that she is an activist in Pakistan doing Pakistani activism about which is right here, which is about Pakistani men throwing acid into women's faces. Good for her. Okay, that's fantastic. I don't even care that somebody like that would maybe want to do a Star Wars movie. I don't care about people's activism. I don't care about Leonardo DiCaprio's activism. I want to see him do a good job in a movie. And it doesn't matter to me about his activism. It doesn't matter about Joaquin Phoenix's animal rights activism. I don't care about that. I don't think anybody should care because these people are just like me and you. Like, you might have an activism that I disagree with. I don't care. The problem is that alone shouldn't fill some sort of quota for you to get a job as the helm, the director, the showrunner of the biggest franchise in the history of the planet Earth. That's the worst part about this whole thing. It seems like this woman was hired by Kathleen Kennedy because of her act. Now, I actually I want to go to somebody commented under my post. They had a question, and this is an interesting thing because where's it at? Oh, I don't talk about this in a second. This is different. So I tweeted, feminist activist directs 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, and Disney says, yay, here, take the Star Wars franchise and do whatever you want with this $400 million. Somebody asked me a question. Dread Roberts, person I follow on Twitter. He says, I wonder, oh, hi, Cannoli, what's up? They say, I wonder if they approach think about this, guys. A lot of people actually are wondering about this as well. I wonder if they approach actual good directors and those directors tell them no because they don't want any of that smoke. And so Disney has to settle for these type of people. That was his question. I said, I doubt it. And this is my kind of answer. And then I'll talk about another answer. I said this has Chloe Zhao energy all over it, which she won an Oscar for Nomadland, and then she got the Eternals project right after that. I said there's probably more immense pressure to hire these kinds of women these sort of like artistic / activist, like Hollywood, up and coming Hollywood directors, whatever, to prove that women are nerds too. Now, that's part of it. And then I said they make a lot of noise and are constantly punching above their weight class, and corporate executives are paralyzed with fear, so they hire them. That's one theory, okay? It's one theory about it. Now, the reason why I think this is because of this right here. This right here, guys. Disney... Okay. John Wick director says he wants to do a Star Wars movie. And he just said it in an interview. He's like, I think I want to do a Star Wars. That'd be fun. That'd be fun to do a Star Wars movie. Nobody asked him. Okay. I mean, sorry, nobody from Disney asked him this. It's just him saying it, right? It's like people when they say, I want to play a James Bond villain, like Paul Giamatti. He wants to play a James Bond villain. He said that recently. But anyway, he would like to. John Wick director wants to take a stab at Star Wars. You know who else does? Scott Derrickson, who directed Doctor Strange, Black Phone, a really, really good short VHS horror story. Anyway, he wants to do a rated R Star Wars, and he gave like kind of a synopsis of it. It's like a rated R horror movie set. I'm just telling you because I read about it. Set on the planet Hoth. Okay, so you have like a sort of a The Thing vibe going on or something. That's his idea. Okay, this is just off the top of my head. I pulled these 2 out of my ass because I know there's more people who clearly would love to do a Star Wars movie. This is, you know what I mean? I don't buy the argument that people don't want to make Star Wars movies anymore because they're cringe or they don't want do you guys agree with that? Like, yes, making a Star Wars movie gets you shit on. You know, you get a lot of shit from it. Like J.J. Abrams probably lost 10 years of his lifespan just from the stress of making that trilogy because of how much shit he got from it. I'm drinking coffee. But I feel like many people don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. They would rather make a Star Wars movie, you know? So I don't buy it. The other option, I wonder what other people think about why they hire these activists. Like, I'm just curious because what do you guys think? Because it's obvious to me that people like this, and we can even go to her, we can go to this. This has been playing the whole time. I think this is, right here. I'm going to play a little bit of this clip of her talking about activism. And this kind of makes sense to me. And then I'll explain why I think these kinds of people get hired. Just listen to this response here. Hold on. Jazz Art Comics, by the way, you're 100% correct. Get people who know the lore or who are fans of it, blah, blah, blah. Obviously. And that goes for any franchise, any of them.
As one of them.
Okay,
What is the balance of?
So this is James Stewart. James Stewart? What the fuck? What's his name? Not James Stewart. Patrick Stewart. Jimmy Stewart? No, help me, guys. What's his name?
Activating a force for change, but also
This is Meryl Streep. This is, I think it's the director of the Marvel. I can't remember. The Marvels, Ava DuVernay. And then the Marvel's director. And then this is the woman who's doing Star Wars. So we have Meryl Streep, Ava DuVernay from the Marvels. And then we have this new Star Wars Rey Skywalker Star Wars director, right?
also
Jon Stewart. Thank you.
trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
It's funny because it's so sad. It's so sad. But here's what I just want to say, guys, because everyone's gonna run. Everyone's making fun of this. She doesn't give a crap, probably. But everybody's like explaining how horribly sexist that is. But keep in mind that. So she just said she enjoys making men uncomfortable. Let's finish this clip and then I'll explain it.
You just not you. Not you.
Point taken.
Not Jon Stewart, apparently.
But it is important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, I am here, and recognize that. And recognize that I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection, and then say, maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there is something wrong with the way I am addressing this issue. So I'll tell you,
So
last year I began working on television show that brought stories like this in Pakistan, and men were uncomfortable with some of the issues that we were talking about, extremely
I think she's talking about the Marvels.
uncomfortable, but they started having those difficult conversations.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack. I don't understand why it's been years we've been doing this this optics thing with Hollywood where they're either intentionally misandrist or just hate men, or they don't understand how their words are being portrayed, and then so they say something and then they just don't understand that it's going to get turned into a culture war issue. Or the third thing, now I'm not giving her the benefit of the doubt because the way she said this is clearly directed at just men in general. But if you keep in mind that she's coming from Pakistan, right? And she made this documentary. Men in Pakistan are fucking horrible. Men in Pakistan throw acid on women's faces, and I think this is one of the countries where they're not allowed to drive, and women are not allowed to drive. It's horrible behavior towards women in this country. I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of horrible things. I just, you know what I mean? So I don't even want to give people the benefit of the doubt anymore, but I kind of have to, just because it's kind of it's my personality. Because I don't like to be wrong. I don't like to be like, oh, she said all men, and then it turns out she was talking about Pakistani men or something. Like, I don't like when I'm like wrong and then I have to correct myself. But in this case, she didn't say Pakistani men, and I don't think she's talking about it. And actually, Jon Stewart asked her about the patriarchy. That was the setup to the question. She's just generalizing about men. That's what she's doing here. And I don't even think she thinks all men are like, I don't think she's ignorant of American Western society. It's not like somebody from Pakistan thinks that like every man all over the world is just like throwing acid on women's faces 24/7. Like that would be understandable if you're, you know what I mean? But she's not ignorant to the Western cultures and things like that. She knows what the fuck she's talking about.
And I think that if more men and women started doing that, looking, in the eyes of people and saying, well, this is the reality, accept it. I come from a country which sometimes thinks that I'm a traitor because I talk about issues that shouldn't be talked about.
Now she's talking about Pakistan.
That these are the issues that should be swept under the carpet. So you will see a lot of rants about me on social media, and that is part and parcel of who I am. And sometimes that used to bother me. But one day I realized that it should be my strength, not my weakness. And the reason it should be my strength is because obviously I am making someone very uncomfortable. And it's only when you make someone uncomfortable that they're forced to tweet about you. You know? So
okay, what the This makes me angry because she's not being fucking clear with what she's even saying. It sounds like she was just talking about Pakistani men and how she used to make them uncomfortable with her documentaries about like liberating women. Now it sounds like now she's talking about like social media in general, and now she's like doing Star Wars. So it's like, oh, I'm going to make men uncomfortable all over the world. Now that's what that's what it sounds like, and it's like, I'm not going to give these people the benefit of the doubt anymore. They have to be clear with their fucking language.
So I think that's important. And
she wouldn't say this in Pakistan. I mean, look, there's historical. I think Aki I can't pronounce his last name, but he was this. I believe maybe it was Iran actually. But yeah, in the Middle East, there's a lot of examples of Middle Eastern filmmakers that have been put in jail, prosecuted for speaking out against the government. This happens all over the world, China, Japan, but I don't know. I don't think she's ever experienced that kind of I think I should do more research into her life at another time. But she's now it's like she's sitting next to the Marvels director and Meryl Streep. Like we're not talking about Pakistan. We're talking about the world, right? She's talking about the patriarchy. So I'm going to take it as though she's talking about like men in general, like, and it's like, okay, is it true that men sometimes need to like look in the mirror? Yeah. Is it true that women sometimes need to look in the mirror? Yeah. But like, how often do we hear that over and over and over and over and over again, that it's just men need to look in the mirror. I like making men uncomfortable. I like when men cringe. It gets this like no guys in Hollywood are like, Tarantino's not saying I like to make women uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's just it's directed in one direction, whatever the fuck.
And I now put all the naysayers to one side because I know I have a mission and I know what I want to do. And those voices, their volume just needs to be toned down.
Okay, so tone down the volume. She's not going to pay attention to your tweets, boys. I bet she does, though. I 100% bet she does. So she gets a standing ovation. Look, this is optics. This is applauding her because of her activism. This has nothing to do with movie or directing. And my point earlier was when I was trying to say, why do they pick women like this to direct big movies like the Marvels and fucking Star Wars now? I think it's because look who she's sitting next to, Meryl Streep. And then these two here, the Marvels director and the Star Wars director. These women, and Jon Stewart, these women, these types of women that are activists and like very sort of narcissistic in their like progress as like an artist in the industry. They punch above their weight class. They weasel their way into these conversations. They weasel their way into sitting next to Meryl Streep, and they act like they're on par with Meryl Streep or Catherine Bigelow, and they have no humility, and they're like, oh yeah, of course I should be directing the next Star Wars movie. Of course. Why not? It's time for a woman to direct the movie. Why not? I'm one of the best female directors ever in Hollywood, ever. I won a short documentary Oscar. Why would you not choose me? What do you want to choose? Chad Stahelski? John Wick? That's so toxic. That's such a toxic franchise. Why would you not just... Of course I'm the obvious choice. That's what they're thinking, guys. That's their... I swear to God, this is what the psychology of these women and like the executives that do the casting directors and all these people. They have this brainwashed mentality of powerful women in Hollywood, minority women usually, and women in general, and it's like they just like leapfrog everybody else in the industry who has talent because they're a brown woman and they can talk about activism eloquently on stage. It's literally the extent. That's it. That will get you hired at Disney. 100%. 100%. It's unbelievable, actually. Because look, Meryl Streep is a fucking amazing actress. Amazing actress. Why are these people here? They don't belong here. They don't belong here. I could rant about this for days. What's up, chat? Take it at face value. She knows. What's up, Zax? And Dash. Oh, we got a Dash raid. Hey, Dash. Ask about her Jon Stewart's right to exist. Yeah, but it's always like men like asking women about like their roles, and it's never like reversed. It's never women asking. It's so dumb. I hate it, man. But like, what scares me is Meryl Streep is just using this as a platform for her needs and to make herself look good, Jazz. I don't know what the context of this is. I don't even know. It's some sort of feminist world building event or something. I don't know. Fuck it. But, so I just wanted to, cause there's like a discrepancy. There's a misconception of like why these people get hired, I think. And like I said, I don't think it's because people don't want to work at Disney. I think every single person wants to work at Disney. Imagine this, guys. I don't know what your opinions are about these movies or not, but just imagine if Disney was approaching their stuff, their IPs and their franchises the same way that like Dune or Avatar or stuff like those two movies in general, in particular, okay? Dune with Denis Villeneuve, who is a very talented director, doing probably making his best film ever right now. He's probably peaking at this moment because Dune 2 looks like unbelievable to me. But like, this guy is like at the top of Mount Everest right now. Denis Villeneuve. He just did Blade Runner that flopped, but it was a cult classic. A lot of people still like that movie. Dune Part 1 is very successful. Prisoners, Arrival, go back to all his other movies. Sicario. He is peaking right now. James Cameron is still at his peak. I mean, he's doing crazy stuff with Avatar. Crazy technology. He's making all kinds of money. These guys are at the top of Mount Everest, and then you have somebody like her who just made 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, and she did a documentary about Pakistan. And she's doing Star Wars and not... That is all you have. It's so clear to me that like we could be having really good Star Wars. It's not just that like the Star Wars IP is cursed. Some people think the Star Wars IP is cursed. It's not, guys. If Scott Derrickson decided to do a Hoth movie with like a rated R Hoth horror movie, I bet it could be pretty good, honestly. if John Wick, Chad Stahelski wants to do a Star Wars movie and he had no top-down control over Kathleen Kennedy or whatever, trying to be push certain agendas, yeah, of course it would be great. It's also, I don't know. What do you? But now we're Taika Waititi and James Mangold are doing Star Wars movies. I don't know. I think Taika's overrated, and I think James Mangold is like the definition of like a hit or miss director. So I even those guys are not even at the top. Are not even. They shouldn't even be guys. Star Wars should be aiming higher than James Mangold and Waititi. They should be trying to get Del Toro involved. They should be trying to get Robert Eggers a Star Wars movie, or even I'm trying to think. Like, I don't even know, man. Like, there's not a lot of these. Like, Spielberg is old. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like younger directors that could pull off a good Star Wars thing. But anyway, it's all about politics and it's all about agenda pushing. They don't care about vision at all. I don't care about vision. I'm just rambling. Holy shit. Good morning, Andrew. Yeah, that was a good raid, buddy. Thank you for that. I just opened my raids up today, and I'll have to raid more people. Mangold's overrated. Yeah, I like Mangold's Open Range movie. I like his Johnny Cash movie, and I like his Logan. But then other shit he's done is not good. So that's that. Fudge. You know, I think there was something else I wanted to mention about this. Oh, this is another problem. This is another problem. Where's it at? It's right here. Variety writes an article, says major movie studios pledge to hire more female filmmakers and people of color was performative, study finds. So the study talks about I'm speaking too close to the microphone. The study talks about women in Hollywood, people of color, and Hollywood overpromising and not actually delivering on their quotas or whatever the fuck. And this kind of leads me into like what we were just talking about. And I read this article and I couldn't believe how many numbers and percentages there were throughout the entire article. And it looks like a spreadsheet. And it's embarrassing because if I was a woman or a person of color, I would be like reading this article and then all these numbers, 9%, 12.1%, 4.5%, 9.2%, 6.6, 6.3, 6.1, 1. Blah, 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 blah. Look at all these fucking percentages. I would be like, ew, this is gross. Why? I'm being reduced to a percentage. This is disgusting. This is not how, this is not how art should function. And this is what, I don't know, man. There's like these people that prioritize diversity over art. And then there's people that prioritize art over diversity. And then there's people that prioritize art and then also try to, as much as possible, try to like incorporate diversity, but also prioritize the art at the same time. Like, I think Denis Villeneuve is a good example of this. He's doing the art with Dune. He's doing the epic scope and the perfectionist, visionary cinematic set pieces and storytelling and Hans Zimmer and everything. But he's also doing, like, he did a race swap with one of the characters. He is focusing on a story that involves a minority community of the Fremen in the desert being sort of, oppressed. So it's like, that, even that's not a problem to me. I think that's fine. When Avatar does sort of similar things with environmentalism, I don't even have a problem with that. But this article is like, it's all about, it's not even the article's problem. It's just the study and the people that like crunch numbers and try to like, oh, we gotta fight, guys. We only have, holy moly, guys. Wait, let me go back to this.
we only have 14 of are Asian, 53.8%. 8 are black, 30.8%. We need to up these numbers. I wonder, can you please get me in contact with an Asian agent that hires Asian people, and we can like maybe add some more to our payroll?
Like, what the fuck is that, guy? That's so gay. Like,
we need some more Pakistani women, guys. You got to get on it. Get on it.
sir, what about like the story though? What about like, does it matter if they like know about like Star Wars or anything?
No, guys, we got to get our numbers up. It's only 7.7. We have to increase by 2.3%. We said this. We don't want to like lie to the public. Okay.
Now I turn into Donald Trump, but like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. So this is stupid. Everything is dumb. Everything is dumb. Literally marginalizing people. I don't even know. I'm not saying they can't do math, Joe Schmo. I think Asians can do math, and some women. But so that's the problem. That's another problem. It's like, you know, too much focus on that. That's probably why she was hired, honestly. Because she's a Pakistani woman. It's like, we could double up on this one. We got a brown person and a woman. Holy hell. You know, and then like, you got people out there like Guillermo del Toro, who's Mexican. They just fucking hire him. I don't understand it, man. I don't know if he wants to do it. I'm just saying there's other people there that exist. Like Alfonso Cuarón is a fantastic Mexican director. Give him a fucking movie. He did a really good Harry Potter movie. He did the Deathly Hallows, didn't he? Or no, Prisoners of Azkaban. Alfonso Cuarón. He did Children of Men. He did Gravity. He did a Harry Potter movie. He's fantastic. J.A. Bayona is another Mexican director, I believe. Give him a fucking Star Wars movie. He's really good. He did a movie called The Impossible with Tom Holland and Ewan McGregor. He also did Fallen Kingdom, but he did not write the screenplay. And to be fair, the movie is bad because of the script. It's not really... I don't think the director did anything wrong. That movie just has a terrible story. That's my take on that movie, Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World. But Bayona is a fantastic... J.A. Bayona has a new movie coming out next week. Keep an eye out, guys. It's called Society of the Snow. It's going to be hype as shit. It's premiering next week. It's about a plane crash, and I think people turn to cannibalism or something. It's I can't remember, but it's going to be cool. But check it out, Society of the Snow. Oh, and he did The Orphanage, which is a good horror movie. Dash Attack for the $10. Thank you, buddy, for the donation. We need passionate... I can't highlight your tweet, but we need passionate... genuine people. This is Dash Attack's $10 super chat. Genuine people that we want to create. KK only wants to preach. She doesn't care about the broader story or mythos. Dave used to care. He threw that out with Sabine. Yeah, look, I don't know much about Sabine or that storyline, but I know exactly what you're talking about because I watched Ahsoka, and I could just tell. I could tell he didn't really give a shit anymore. But yeah, man, where are the Lucases and Spielbergs? Where are they? How do we not have people doing what George Lucas did or what Kurosawa did or what Spielberg did? I mean, we do have James Cameron and we do have Villeneuve. We do have Christopher Nolan, but there's like a limited amount of people, and a lot of those people are mostly doing their own things. Well, no, that's kind of okay. Let me rephrase this. James Cameron, whether you like or hate Avatar, is the current day George Lucas. He's doing, whether you like the movies or not, he's sort of doing what we're asking for people to do. Villeneuve is adapting a book, but he's also doing sort of what we're asking them to do, which is like heavy lore oriented visionary cinema that is challenging and innovative and like modern day Star Wars, modern day, stuff like that. And then Christopher Nolan is doing these. He did The Dark Knight. Oppenheimer is a biopic, but it's really kind of not. It's an artistic blockbuster. It's the weird hibernation. But like, Nolan doesn't do world building, okay? Nolan doesn't really do that. He likes to do these character things. He's is very much obsessed with structure and time and things like that. Zack fucking Snyder thinks he's fucking George Lucas, but he's not. But he thinks he is. I mean, you know, but however, at least he's fucking trying, like, to do. At least he's trying to do something. I mean, I shit on Rebel Moon, but it's you know, it's a great example of what I wish. Earlier in the year, I said that Creator and Rebel Moon are like exciting because original blockbuster science fiction movies. And we haven't had that in years, many years. Finally, we have 2 in 1 year, and it's like, whoa. And then we have Avatar in the same year, or the December, the year before. But I'm like, okay, Hollywood is starting to come around and maybe doing more of these kinds of films and getting more directors like Gareth Edwards and Zack Snyder involved. But I don't think those people are very talented, in my opinion. But at least we had some prospects of. But I don't know, man. Now but now we have Star Wars looking like it's going to be a disaster, like a Marvel's level disaster. And Disney might be fucked. Disney might just be fucked. What are you guys saying? Would you want the Zack Snyder or J.J. Abrams to make the next Star Wars movie over this person? Yeah, 100%. Snyder, not really. Abrams, no. I don't even know how to answer that. Abrams destroyed the previous trilogy with Rise of Skywalker, and this is another debate we can have. I'll talk about that in a second. If Zack Snyder does make a Star Wars movie, I wouldn't watch it. He sucks. A lot of people would watch it, though. I like the creator. I didn't like the creator. I'm just saying it's an original. I actually thought the creator had potential if it was like an hour and a half longer. And there is a 5-hour cut of the creator somewhere out there. The creator is just way too short. It doesn't explore almost any of the stuff that it's in the movie. Very rushed movie. It reminded me of Rebel Moon, but it's just a better movie, if that makes sense. Or the creator reminds me of if Avatar 2 had all of the world building cut out of the movie, and it was just like generic plot, plot points throughout the whole movie, which I think would make Avatar worse. But yeah. What's up, rolling chairs? Blackmailing people? I don't know about Oh, maybe. Yeah, guys. But what was I saying? Somebody said something. Somebody said something, and I was going to go off on another tangent about. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. I think Disney. It's just like, I don't understand. How can they just want to lose money? Why do they want to lose money? Apparently all the character development happens in part 2. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it, though? Isn't that weird? I don't understand that. Like the Rebel Moon character development, even if it's the director's cut, I don't understand why they released the version they did. Movie was visually fine, but go ahead. They should do a live action Ergo Proxy. Oh man, Battle Angel, people like that. I didn't like it, but some people did. But that's another sort of example of what I'm talking about, right? Robert Rodriguez. I'm not a huge fan of Rodriguez, but if we just had a bunch of movies like that, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, woohoo, Hollywood's back on track. If we had a bunch of creators, Rebel Moons and Battle Angels, it would be way better than having a bunch of Marvels, Star Wars, shitty. Oh man, I don't even know what else sucks these days. The Jurassic World movies kind of fell off. Trying to think, but yeah, I want original stuff, man. Skeleton Crew is written by James Webb. Oh, do you not like James Webb? But yeah, I think I was going to go off on a tangent about something. Fallen Kingdom was a letdown. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I watched 2 movies. I wanted to give you guys some hope because fuck, it's depressing. Everything is depressing. Anatomy of the Fall is on Netflix. No, it's not. It's on Apple right now. You can rent it. One of the best courtroom dramas I've ever seen in my life, and I watch a lot of these. Like, have you ever seen Anatomy of a Murder? Otto Preminger movie. There's a bunch of these like courthouse dramas you can watch. A lot of them are older, and there's some good ones, but this is maybe the best one I've ever seen. It's just fantastic. This is even a feminist movie, guys. This is about how women in the courtroom are depicted differently than like men in the courtroom, and it's not in your face at all. It's very subtle. It's very Hitchcockian, and this is why I think certain feminist writers and directors are better than others. Like, it's like when you're doing climate change stuff and you shove it in the person's face, like the Don't Look Up movie with DiCaprio, which is so over the top. Or if it's subtle in the background of something, like Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, right? That's when the environmentalist and the feminist and the activism is at its best. Is when it's woven into the movie. Anyway, this is a fantastic movie. And then the other one is, I just wanted to highlight quickly, is Maestro. If you like music, it's a freaking crazy good movie, guys. Bradley Cooper is amazing. Carey Mulligan is probably going to win Best Actress. Lily Gladstone, if she does win, it's probably because she's Native American, honestly. She's really, really, really good in Flower Moon, but Carey Mulligan does a similar character in this movie, and she does it better. But that's my opinion. Bradley Cooper's amazing, and he also directed this movie, which is crazy. He played this character, and then he turned around and was directing himself playing the character. It's just crazy. So I wanted to recommend those 2 movies. I guess we'll talk about this, actually. Let's see here. It actually works with the Avatar movies. No Way Home is pretty bad, though. No Way Home's not that bad. I don't think No Way Home is bad at all, Andrew. I think parts of it are bad, like stuff with like some of the villain arc in the middle. But no, Homecoming is actually good. I like Homecoming. Maybe I'm just a little biased. I think Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man. Yeah, Indiana Jones, James Bond. It's unfortunate that we have to suffer through all these shitty. Yikes, man. Let's take a look at this. There was something I wanted to go on a rant, and I can't remember anymore. Here we go. Pick your most anticipated 2024 film from each row. You guys can maybe take a gander here at this. I will say this is kind of a depressing wall of stuff. However, I'll play the game here. Top row for me, Dune Part 2. Easy. Not even close. Dune Part 2. Everything else can go shit inside of its own mouth. Row number 2, Furiosa has me hyped. Furiosa has me hyped. The first one is one of the most impressive action movies I've ever seen visually. I know some people don't like the story, but I don't even think the story matters. The Mad Max Fury Road movie is pure adrenaline action, and I don't care about the story. So, you know, I'll watch this one and if it's bad, if it's like cringe, it won't be as good as the first one, but I'm excited for it. And then also Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, guys. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about on Zach's stream tonight. I'm not excited for the Kingdom movie as much as I was. You probably know because I say it all the time, but the Planet of the Apes trilogy is my favorite trilogy since Lord of the Rings. And it's one of my favorite movie trilogies. It's just, I love all 3 of them. All of them. I love the Apes movies. I think Matt Reeves, this is Matt Reeves before he did the Batman. This is why he did the Batman, because these movies made a lot of money and everybody likes them. A lot of people like them. But this new movie is not Matt Reeves. It's the guy who directed Maze Runner is doing Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So maybe the Maze Runner movies, I didn't watch them. They look shitty. But maybe he has talent. But I feel like the Maze Runner, he was maybe handicapped a little bit by the script. So it's these two for me. So I got Dune, Furiosa, Kingdom. Nothing at all in this third row. I don't care about it. I agree, CL Studio. I love the Planet of the Apes movies. I like almost all of them except the Tim Burton one, but even that one's fun to watch. I don't care about Ballerina. Oh, this is the John Wick spinoff. I don't care until I see a trailer. I really don't care. I don't know what. I don't even know what it is. Ballerina, John Wick spinoff. I'm not a Bad Boys fan. I don't even watch all those movies. And then Quiet Place Day One. I don't know. That franchise seems like it's going downhill to me. The first one's good. And Despicable Me, I don't care. Twisters, it's a modern day version of Twister, set in the modern day. I'll have to see a trailer. I have no idea. It could be terrible. Deadpool, to me, I've never been a Deadpool fan. I've never really been a Deadpool fan. I don't know why it's called Twisters. But I'll watch it because of Hugh Jackman and Tom Wamsgams from Succession, one of my favorite actors. His name is guys, look this guy up. His name is actor. What the fuck is that guy's name? Matthew McFadden. Matthew McFadden. Fantastic actor. He's also in Deadpool. Borderlands doesn't care. I don't care about Borderlands. Kraven the Hunter. Don't care. I don't like Sony movies anyway. It doesn't look very good. I'm not a Sony person. I think Sony has this. They're making a lot of movies that like feel like they're dated. Every movie that comes out feels like it was made in like the 2000s. Like all these Venom, all these Sony movies and Uncharted. Like it's like they're not very innovative with their cinema. They're innovative with their games sometimes, but anyway. Alien Romulus, guys, kind of hyped for it. I'm kind of hyped for it. I'll explain. Kraven looks like it could be shut your mind off fun. Maybe rolling chairs. Ana de Armas and Ballerina, bro. Ana de Armas. Look what I posted today. So this is the chick. She's in the Ballerina movie. I said she's my waifu. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This is my wife. So if she's in Ballerina, I'm going to watch it. 100%. I love her. So let's go back to this. Transformers, yeah, stupid. Spider-Verse. Look, the Spider-Verse movies are different because I don't consider whatever animation studio that is to be even like, it's like they're doing their own thing. You know what I mean? It's like they're not, it doesn't feel like a typical Sony movie. It's like a very creative project that is separate from all these other like generic normie Sony movies. Like Morbius and Kraven and all this stupid stuff. And Venom. God, Venom 3, I have no interest. Here's Alien Romulus, guys. Let me just pitch it quick. Ridley Scott's producing. He's not directing. Noah. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me, hold on. Alien Romulus. Here we go. Alien Romulus is an upcoming Alien movie set between, I believe, the events of, here it is, between the events of Alien and Aliens. Okay? Two of the best films. Kind of a good sign, sort of. Fede Alvarez is the director and the co-writer, who I think is a very good director. This guy has done the 2013 Evil Dead, which is not a bad movie. Have you seen that one? He's also done Don't Breathe, which is a pretty good horror thriller. Okay? Don't Breathe is not bad. Girl in the Spider's Web, I did not watch it. but I think it looks visually cool. He didn't direct the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, the new one. He produced it. So ignore this one. I heard that's a bad movie. And then he's doing Alien Romulus. And I heard him talk with Del Toro. If you guys are curious, like if a nerd like myself, I watch all kinds of shit like this. If you go to this, it's a fun interview. It's Guillermo del Toro interviewing the director of Don't Breathe, and he's talking about Alien Romulus.
Happy in Uruguay doing our things. We were never aiming to come to.
We are basically specialized idiots.
I love this guy. He's one of my favorite directors. But it's a good interview, and it makes me excited for Alien Romulus slightly. Just the way he's talking about it. So that's a tangent that I went on. I'm sorry. Beetlejuice. So I got Alien in this row. This row, my only interest is Joker. Full Ado, the sequel. I think I'm excited. I'll definitely watch it. 100%. What's up? What are you guys saying? Look at the trailer. It's too visually clear to be a good horror movie. What trailer? Oh, wait. What trailer are we talking about? Serranos? Yeah, Isolation, dude. Isolation. Look, Gladiator 2. I have to see a trailer. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna take that back. Gladiator. Oh, I'm gonna skip this ad because fuck this. I'm skipping the ad. It's supposed to play an ad on my channel, and it gave me a warning, and I don't want people to have to fucking sit through ads. Do you guys all have YouTube Red Premium? I hope so, because I have my channel monetized, and sometimes it plays ads at a bad time. What was I saying? Gladiator 2. I will say, as a Ridley Scott fanboy, I'm going to watch it, and I'm probably going to enjoy it more than some people. I just don't want to. I don't even feel like getting hyped for it because I like Gladiator 1. It's like, I'm not going to set that expectation up for the movie to be as good as the first one, because it just won't be. Likely. It probably won't be. So I'm not. So my strategy with Gladiator is to just kind of wait and see when it comes out and then watch it, right? Because then you can't be, there's no disappointment there. There's no disappointment there if it's bad. Joker, though, I'm excited for, genuinely. Because of what they're doing with it. It's going to be more creative and interesting. But War of the Rohirrim, bottom left, animated Lord of the Rings movie. I think that's going to be a very good movie. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling about it. You have premium? Yeah. Yeah, so Anon, you would have an ad. You would have had an ad. I just skipped it. But sometimes I have to do that, guys. I'm sorry. Like I don't know how the fucking thing even works on live streams, but Karate Kid, don't care. Sonic 3, dude, I could care less about Sonic 3. I couldn't care less? How do you say it? I couldn't care less. The reason is because the last one was just insulted me too much that I don't, even though Shadow is in this one, and I'll probably end up watching it. I have no confidence in like the story being any good. I just think it's going to have some good fan service, and that's about it. I just think the last one had such a terrible script. It wasted so much time. That movie, so much time was just wasted on nonsense. On like Zoomer TikTok dances for like 25 minutes inside of a Russian pub. For some stupid reason. They're doing these dances. And then nothing to service the story whatsoever. Just literally for kids to laugh at. It's the only reason that scene existed. For little kids to go, ha ha ha, ha. Hey, I did that dance on Fortnite the other day. Ha ha ha. That's why that scene existed. And then the other 20 minutes of the movie where we're following this black chick around with a taser, some sci-fi taser, tasing and shooting at CIA agents, infiltrating her wedding, and then it's the dumbest scene I've ever seen, guys. I don't understand why people like that movie, man. It's so bad. The only good parts are like the only good parts of the Sonic movies are when Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and everything is all animated. When there's no human input or human element of the story, when it's just the animated characters, doing the at the end of the Sonic 2 movie, at the end when they're in that temple, that's the best part of the movie. Which if that's true, why is the movie not 100% animated like Mario? If the best parts of the movie are animated, why not just fucking animate the whole movie? I don't know. They're making money. Normies are buying it. Normies are enjoying it. Whatever. I could rant about Sonic all the time. I just do. What else do you guys think? Lion King prequel? Is that even a thing? Is that called Mufasa? Oh no. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what that even means. No, I'm not interested. I don't care about that movie. I don't like the anime. I don't like what they do with the CGI. Did I skip anything? Because I'm not interested in Godzilla Kong. I'll watch because of. I always watch these movies, Godzilla Kong, because of the big moments of the big cool fights and stuff. But I don't have hope for this franchise anymore. It's just nonsense. And like, if you compare the Planet of the Apes trilogy to the Godzilla Kong trilogies or movies, the Planet of the Apes trilogy has compelling human characters. Not all of them are good, but it's the interaction between the apes and the humans is fascinating. And some of the humans are not as deep as I would like them to be, but they're like Marlon Brando compared to anybody in Kong Godzilla. Like Gary Oldman in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes compared to the Stranger Things girl in fucking Godzilla Kong is like, there's no comparison. This is not even close. So whatever, I'll watch it. But and that If movie. This If movie is John Krasinski's take on what Disney should be trying to do, and what are you guys saying? Hope they eventually go all animated. Yeah. Well, if you enjoy Puddle Duck, if you enjoy those movies, then that's fine. I enjoy mindless movies sometimes. I don't know what Night Swim is. Night Swim, top left. Argyle. Don't know. There's other stuff that there's actually other stuff that I care about. That's coming out. Like crap, I can't remember now. I would watch Zach. If you guys want to know like actually good stuff coming out, watch Zach's stream tonight after mine in like 45 minutes. Because we'll be talking about that. I forgot I was talking about this on his stream tonight. I feel bad. I kind of just repeated it on my stream. What else did I say we were going to talk about, guys? Yeah, this Star Wars thing is cringe. Like, I don't care about YTT's Star Wars movie at all. And the Mangold one sounds like it's if I understand this correctly, it's a Ancient Jedi Order movie. And the concept sounds cool, but I have no trust in him at all after what he did to Indiana Jones 5. And I don't even hate that movie as much as other people do. I think Indiana Jones 5 is like a 4 out of 10. It's not like an incompetently made movie. It sort of is. But I think like Rebel Moon is worse. Like you have to separate sort of in categories of like how bad something is. But what do you guys remember when James Mangold was like telling people that like he was like calling people liars on social media? He was like, "You guys are lying. I never said that. This movie is going to be amazing, and you're lying about the ending. It doesn't do that in the end." And then he was like coping because that's like kind of what happened. I think people were talking about spoilers or whatever leaks. Anyway, he was like, he had so much confidence in this Indiana Jones movie that it would be one thing if he pulled like a David Ayer and said, have you seen this guy? Have you guys seen this? This is wild. David Ayer directed Suicide Squad. and and WB kind of fucked it up, right? 2 out of 10 sketch. I don't know. I've seen a lot more worse movies than Indiana Jones 5. It's pretty bad, but it's like, that's just my opinion. David Ayer is going on a rampage all over Twitter, shitting all over DC. Look, I'm done with DC. Shitting on, talking about fans asking him about the director's cut, the Ayer cut, blah, blah, all this kinds of stuff. And then he's shitting on Warner Brothers. And he's talking about, where's the one the other day? This was interesting. He just shits. Oh, so now he's talking. He also directed Fury, which is pretty good with Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf. I have to find the one where he tweets all the time. He was just, if you scroll down long enough, he says basically that like he's really hurt by what they did to his director's cut of Suicide Squad, and forced him to do reshoots that he didn't want to do, and the movie's nothing like what he thought it was going to be, and the editing room was a disaster, and I'm just trying to find it. Maybe he deleted some of these tweets. Somebody said, do you think WB and Gunn might be open to something like a special one-time screening at a theater? Oh, what's this about? Oh, see, he deleted it. Look, he deleted it. This is him. I think this was him shitting on Warner Brothers for fucking up his print. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I just thought that was interesting because I don't see ever directors coming out and like just fucking roasting the production company that did their movie. I just don't see that very often. Let me go to my page. Where's this at? I was going to go here for some reason. I can't remember why. I'll do that later. But anyway, guys, what was I going to talk about again? Oh, Dragon's Dogma 2. I talked about Maestro. See, I thought about playing some Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm actually going to wrap up soon. Not maybe like in 10 minutes. This is going to be a short stream, because then I have to get ready for Zach's channel. But I don't know if I want to watch the gameplay. I'll tell you why. I know it's 18 minutes of gameplay released today, and it's probably awesome. But sometimes I like going into a game not seeing a lot of gameplay trailers, especially games like this, and I don't necessarily want to watch it. I don't know. Maybe I will. Did you guys see this? But I don't want to watch the whole thing. But this is like going to be a contender for Game of the Year next year, in my opinion. Okay, so it looks fun. You know what's cool about Dragon's Dogma, guys? Go look at my own title. Yeah. You know what's cool about Dragon's Dogma? No, I'm not leaving. No, 10 minutes, buddy. Hey, Grant. Did you just join? Go back about an hour and watch my hardcore rant against Disney Star Wars. It's pretty fun. But, what's cool about Dogma is that it's not a co-op game, it's a single player game, but you have these pawns in the game that are like your co-op partner, and you can customize them very heavily, and then you can you can design them in a way that feels like it's a co-op partner, and you can share them with your friends. Like these pawns that are fighting alongside of you, all three of them have their own AI, you know. It's a very cool system, gameplay system. Now, Now, Asmongold has been doing, this is what I want to do probably this weekend. Asmongold has been playing, Monster Hunter a lot. Where's this at? I tried Monster Hunter World. So many people have been demanding that he play this game because Monster Hunter has this cult classic following that, like, you know, a lot of people don't really know much about it because it's hard to get into. It's very difficult. It's like the combat's very deliberate, slow. But anyway, he's been loving it. There's like 150,000 people playing that game now because the new trailer came out. So I'm probably going to play it this weekend. But what else were we saying? Other than that, yeah, Ana de Armas, guys, is my wife. My fucking wife. Can't be worse than the anime. I'm not even gonna watch that show. But like, don't you understand? Okay, but going back to the Star Wars thing, I don't know what Disney is doing, man. Like, they have an opportunity they just finished a trilogy, guys. They have an opportunity now to start from scratch. And I'm not talking about reboot. I'm talking about kind of like what the Jedi Knight games, or the Jedi games do, Survivor or whatever. Just tell a fucking different story in a different time. Oh no, those games actually tie into the... What I'm saying is, fucking go do a different timeline, do a different Star Wars. If Disney wants to do their Star Wars, don't fucking tie it into the other ones so much. They're so different already, and it's a shock to the system when you go from episode, if you go from Return of the Jedi to the Force Awakens trilogy, it's stupid. It's like it doesn't flow. And then I'm not even talking about how bad the movies are. I'm just saying Disney should be doing their own little Star Wars universe separate from the original storylines. Does that make sense? Also, do you think, my brother asked me this, he's like, hey, what do you think if they did a reboot of the prequel trilogy? And I was like, wait a minute. What? And he's like, yeah, what if they rebooted the Darth Vader's Anakin Skywalker's character? And I'm like, well, number one, Disney's no. Number one, no, I don't want Disney to do that. But it's funny because I don't really like the prequels very much. And I genuinely don't like the first two movies very much. I like Revenge of the Sith. And I like maybe 15 minutes of Phantom Menace. And I like maybe an hour of Clone Wars. A lot of it is cringe. I don't like it. But, and the Phantom Menace is like a waste of time. It's like, just get to the Darth Maul shit. Like, you know what I mean? Phantom Menace is this. Opening scene, cool. Once we get to the babysitter arc, I call it, just fucking skip that whole arc. Just fast forward through little baby Anakin. It's very boring. And then, I don't even like the pod racing, honestly. And then, get to the Darth Maul scene in the desert, which is like a minute. And then, skip the Gungan politics. Don't do any of that stuff. Go to the very end and watch the ending. Watch the Duel of the Fates Darth Maul fight. That's my whole philosophy for approaching The Force Awakens. I mean, I'm sorry, The Phantom Menace. Does that make sense? Do you guys disagree? No, if you like the pod racing, I kind of get it. I think it's like I don't care anymore. I've seen it enough times. I don't really care. I don't like the Anakin as a kid. I don't like him. Very annoying to me. Not a good actor. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, it's funny because if you think about it's weird. I have this dichotomy. I can't even explain it. I don't like those movies, but I think a reboot even if it's better, would just destroy the lore. No, not the lore. It would just, I think Anakin deserves, Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader is so iconic that even if I don't like parts of it and some of his acting, it's so iconic that I don't think it should ever be rebooted. If that makes any sense at all. It's weird to me because I think Anakin could been done better by a different actor. But at this point in my life, I don't want any other actor to do Anakin. I can't even explain it, guys. But like, you know, they are rebooting Harry Potter, and I don't have a problem with that personally, because I think it's been sort of long enough, and I think a television show of Harry Potter could be good. It depends on who does it, right? If it's on par with House of the Dragon, the production, the writing, the acting, stuff like that, I think the Harry Potter show could be good. And I think it could warrant a remake if a reboot if they do a what am I thinking? If they just like explore Hogwarts more, if they do, because they have a lot more episodes to cut, time frame. Maybe they have 40 hours over the course of 5 seasons. But not with the prequel trilogy, in my opinion. Or the original trilogy. I don't think you should ever reboot Luke Skywalker. What is that? Wait, guys. Are we being a little protective of Lucas? Like, is it possible that somebody could reboot Luke Skywalker's story and that whole thing at any point in time, like 50 years from now, and for it to be like warranted and valuable as its own thing? Like, I'm thinking of all of the Spider-Man and Batman reboots and stuff like that, right? Now those are different, clearly, but because they're iterations on a character, and this would have to be a reboot of the whole story or something. I don't know. It's an interesting question, because Dune was a great remake. Well, actually, the new Dune is more of an adaptation of the book, but it's still a remake. Like, that's a good movie to remake. The original Dune is kind of retarded, but I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. I'm just kind of thinking about the state of media right now. Other than that, yeah, I've been watching really good movies, man. Maestro and Anatomy of a Fall. Last night I watched a movie called When Evil Lurks. It's a good horror movie. I'm trying to catch up on all of these movies, right? Like The Holdovers I want to watch. I want to watch Poor Things. A bunch of movies I want to watch. Man, this girl, man. And then Adam Driver's like, apparently doesn't want to be involved. I why is that news? Did you guys see this guy going around in the news? Adam Driver. People are like, oh, Adam Driver's not coming back to Disney Star Wars. Whoa, big headline. And I'm thinking, duh, you fucking died. Like, why is that even news? Am I missing something? I don't get it. So anyway, guys, yeah, I just everything that I said about this woman, if she makes a good Star Wars movie, I will eat my words. I'm not one of those people that fucking like, I actually want her to make a good Star Wars movie, is what I'm trying to say. I hope she does. I'm not one of those people that wants the franchise to burn and die. I kind of do. So that we can get rid of Disney or whatever, or maybe they can sell the rights or something. But if Disney internally fixes their shit, like hypothetically, guys, just hypothetically, if the James Mangold Star Wars movie is like surprisingly really good, let's just say this. if the James Mangold Star Wars movie about the old Jedi Order or whatever the origin, let's say it's like Knights of the Old Republic, like quality. Like let's say everyone's shocked. Just a hypothetical. It's like, whoa, this is a really, really good story. And then Disney's like, oh, people are really liking this movie. This movie made $2 billion. Let's slowly shave off or get rid of the woke stuff, and let's start doing more of this stuff. I know it's like not going to happen, but like if they do this internally, I wouldn't care. I would be okay with it. You know, I would be okay with it. It's not like I want Disney specifically to die, even if they start making good movies. You know, it's kind of complicated, but I just want it to be good, man. I really want, like I said, I did this list. Like this isn't like, look, you go to this, pick your thing. We just did this whole experiment. If you go to the bottom here, people are saying stuff like, pick your most anticipated movie from each row. None of them. This guy says just Sonic. I don't know why. Dune. I thought I saw more people saying that. So a lot of people are just like, I don't care about any of them. Maybe those comments got like shoved to the bottom. But I tried to be honest, guys. Like with my answers, right? I am excited for Dune. I am excited for Furiosa. I'm excited for Joker, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Gladiator 2, War of the Rohirrim, maybe Alien Romulus. Like I'll have to wait and see. Some of these probably will be bad. And that's just on this list. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. But there's actually I'm gonna wrap things up. But if you want to go over, we're gonna raid Zach's stream in a second. But if you want to go over there, I'm gonna talk about more movies that I'm excited for, like this. This is actually a short list. There's a bigger one of all the directors that are not relating to franchises, except for Denis Villeneuve and Ridley Scott. All the directors coming out next year with new movies. And a lot of these people are very good filmmakers, and I'm very, very hyped about them. You can see some of these names. You know, Park Chan-wook, Old Boy. He has a new movie coming out. Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. On Christmas Day, 2024, I won't even be near my family. I'm going to be in the movie theater watching that, right? So, and this is just part of it. There's a bigger list. But, that's exciting to me. I think 2024 is going to be the year where most blockbusters, again, are going to be shit, but a bunch of art house films are going to be really good, in my opinion. I think like indie films, art house movies, lower budget films, A24 stuff, Neon, stuff like that. I think those are going to be really good because a lot of the directors on this list are really good. That's just my opinion. But anyway, and Bong Joon-ho. He has a sci-fi movie with Robert Pattinson called Mickey 17. Look out for that one. I'm just going to say that right now. Look out for that one. That's going to be good. Okay. Other than that, yeah, I can't raid Zach's because he doesn't start for 10 minutes, but I think I actually might be able to. Actually, I might be able to raid him. But yeah, guys. Oh, I went to this. Oh, sorry. I went to a John Williams concert. He was not there, but they were playing his music, and like. This is the Jurassic Park theme. Why is it one speaker? It's in my left speaker, not my right one. Here we go. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I fuck with John Williams, guys. Here's my top 3 composers of all time. John Williams, Joe Hisaishi. He's done every Studio Ghibli movie Miyazaki's been involved in. So Joe Hisaishi, John Williams, and it's either Hans Zimmer or Nobuo Uematsu from Final Fantasy. That's my like top 4. That's my top 4. Those are my 4 favorite composers. There's other ones. There's plenty of other ones. The guy who does the Zelda music is fucking amazing. You know what I mean? There's other, besides Hans Zimmer and John Williams, there's like, you know, James Newton Howard. One of these days I should do a whole stream where we compare movie composers and video game composers and like anime composers. That would be, you know what? That would be a fun stream. That would be a fun stream. And I might have to focus on video game composers because they don't care about copyright. Sadly, I don't know, because I could straight out, I've seen people do this. They'll play whole video game music on their live streams and they won't get shut down. Because video game music doesn't really care as much about copyright. So maybe I'll do that, you know? Other than that, guys, it's a short stream tonight. We'll try to raid Zax in a second, but go to, stay tuned this weekend. I'm probably going to be playing some Monster Hunter. I'll just show you this quick. A little tease for an upcoming stream. I made a list called the Cinephile Iceberg Challenge. And what I'm doing is, I don't want to show you the list yet. It's called the Cinephile Iceberg Challenge. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the iceberg concept and I'm going to make a movie version of it where at the top is like accessible but really, really high quality movies. Like I'll just randomly come up with the name, like The Godfather or these are not on my list, but like The Godfather, like Forrest Gump or something like that. Okay. And that's at the top of the iceberg. Okay. Like entry level masterpieces. Oh, did they insert a freaking ad? Somebody's watching an ad. And then as you go down, it's going to start getting into more and more obscure stuff. Okay. So we're going to go from like, you know, Francis Ford Coppola, you know, maybe a Spielberg, maybe I'll throw a Kurosawa in at the top, but then we're going to get into like David Lynch. We're going to start talking about David Lynch movies. And then we're going to start doing, you know, Bergman, maybe some Italian directors, maybe some German directors, maybe some South Korean directors. And then we're going to slowly get to this iceberg bottom of the iceberg, my goal is to have people watch these movies in order and do this like challenge. I might even make it part of a YouTube series where you are able to like slowly acclimate yourself, kind of like a submarine. When you slowly, if you go too fast, you explode, right, in a submarine. But if you do it like kind of slowly, like on a little sliding scale, you become more acclimated to, maybe somebody has never watched a foreign movie in their life or something. And then like, so I show them like, you know, Amelie or like a Satoshi Kon, like Paprika or something, right? And then they're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And then they like, you know, and the whole goal is to get people to like be interested in movies that are like not mainstream. Because there's a lot of good movies that are not mainstream, right? Here's a perfect example. I've never met a single person who's ever seen this movie. Well, there's all a bunch of these. The Yellow Sea. If you like crime thrillers and movies like with car chases, wait, why have I not rated this? Jeez, I've never rated it before. If you like crime chase thrillers, holy shit, watch it now. It's the best. It's one of the best I've ever seen. It's this poor guy who is on the run. It's like a fugitive movie. It's so good. It's called The Yellow Sea. It's South Korea. 2010. It's not even old. Then there's like movies like Baskin, which is a really sort of obscure, I believe, Iranian horror movie or something, or maybe Egyptian or something. I can't remember. Really good horror movie. And then like The Virgin Spring is Ingmar Bergman, right? But this is sort of like a revenge thriller. It's really good. It's called The Virgin Spring, 1960. But like all these movies are so good. Like what? I just want to talk about this movie. And the only way I think I can talk about it is if I play a game like that, you know? So maybe that's what I'll do. The original Les Miserables is fantastic from 1934. French. You know, fucking, it's just so good stuff. Good stuff. Good. This Shock Corridor. This movie's about a journalist that inserts himself into a insane asylum so he can document the treatment of the insane asylum patients, and things go horribly wrong. It's a really good movie. 1963. It's like the 60s was the best decade ever, in my opinion. Anyway, I just wanted to, that's probably a project that I'm going to be doing in 2024. It's kind of one of my bucket list things. Might do that. I have other ideas for fun not streams, but like fun video series and stuff. Holy hell, guys, I gotta go. But, you know, where's my YouTube live? How do I get there? I don't know how to raid people. I have to look it up. But if you want to go Zach's YouTube channel, I will link it in the description. I know in the comments. I will link it right now. It's my face is on the thumbnail. We can do this. Here it is. If you guys want to go there and maybe hit a little notification bell, and I'll be on there in about 20 minutes. And we're going to be talking about more stuff in 2024 that we're excited for. Maybe some games and anime and stuff. Other than that, thank you very much for joining. That was a very fun stream. I love when I can rant and just talk to chat. It's one of my favorite things to do, is just rant about a topic and then talk and see what you guys think about the same topic. Tetro, Joshua? Yeah. I remember watching it and liking it a lot, but I think it was overrated. But that's just me. Howard Shore is your favorite, Andrew? Dude, Howard Shore is... That's hard, isn't it? Because like Howard Shore is responsible for the best soundtrack of all time. But does he have as much value as John Williams, who's done like, 25 franchises? I don't know. That's a hard one. Howard Shore is in my top 5 though. But Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? That's a good stream idea. I think we should do that. We should coordinate that or something. Why did they make the list from the shortest to longest like that? I don't know, dude. I actually forgot to read chat the last 10 minutes. I was going on a rant. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you soon. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining. And I don't know. I just wanted to give my individual take on the Star Wars thing because I know everybody's going to be complaining about it. And I just wanted to I didn't want to be a talking head. So I wanted to talk about it before I listened to other people's opinions about it. So, but yeah, anyway, other than that, what else is happening? Maybe we'll get back to doing tier lists. I forgot about that. I was going to do like a director's tier list, actor's tier list, video game nostalgia tier list. That was one of my most popular streams last year. So yeah, I'll probably throw in one of those in the near future, and then another giveaway. So keep an eye out for that. All right, boys, have a good night. Thank you for joining. I love everybody here, and you people, I'm trying to find my volume. Here we go. You people are fun to hang out with. So bye-bye, everybody. Ba-da, da, da, da. Ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba, ba. Dun, 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 dun.